Renar's podcast.
One of the biggest ones, which I remember very well, is the JailBreak. And JailBreak, it's how long ago now?
6 years ago.
6 years already.
6 years ago, yeah, we shot that.
And then how did that all start? You got approached, someone saw you. What happened there?
So I'm going back in time. So I was in Cambodia working in pharmaceuticals like a month before I quit my job. And I meet a photographer. His name is Loy Te. And he's a photographer for, like those nightclubs, events, like nightlife, stuff like this. And then we met and we became friends because he's half is French Cambodian, so we could speak French.
Yeah, one thing we didn't really mention, so just go a little bit back. Your upbringing, so your mom and dad. So your dad is from where?
My dad is Chinese and Cambodian, and my mom
so
is
he's
Cambodian.
half.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your mom is Cambodian. So you have 75% of Cambodian DNA, and then some Chinese.
So we met, and then he wanted to be a film producer, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave Cambodia, try to become a stuntman in the UK. And we actually shook hands.
Wow.
One day we're gonna make a movie together.
Shit.
Yeah, it was this. Well, I remember I was sitting like in the afternoon at the river, looking at the sky. We're like, okay, I'm gonna leave soon. So, brother, maybe you can make that happen. And then I went to the UK, did my stuff, and 3 years later, after Doctor Strange 1, I got a phone call from him. By the way, I'm a producer. We didn't talk for years, like in between.
Wow.
Like the timing was crazy. And he said, I'm trying to make a very small action film in Cambodia. Would you like to join? And I was like, okay. I was just 3 years in the game.
Yeah.
I was still a rookie at that time. I didn't understood anything that was happening. I just said yes. So right after Doctor Strange, 2 weeks later, I'm in Cambodia. I meet the director, Jimmy Anderson, an Italian director who lives in Cambodia. And he said, I have an idea of making a prison movie, fight stuff in Cambodia, and the movie's gonna stay there. I'm like, okay. Because if the script is not good, it's fine. It's only for, the Cambodian audience.
Yeah,
and that's what they said to me. They were like, they cut so much of the content of the initial script that I look like, my character is just a tourist. Like before, my dad was being murdered by someone. That's why I came to Cambodia to find more about him. No. Screw this. It's for Cambodia. So you come here and you just fight people. I was mad. I was like, okay. So at some point, I just, gave up. I'm like, okay, that's the script. Okay. They cut all the backstory for all the actors. We're just going to fight people in the prison. And I was like, it's fine. Nobody's going to watch it. Anyway, we shoot the movie. The movie is absolutely like the hardest, even today, the hardest movie experience I had in my whole career. It was just like a guy alone going to Cambodia where it's not like a running film industry. They don't shoot movies over there. They shoot TV stuff, but it's not good. Okay. They don't do action films. The only action movie they did was with the same director, but a few years before. And obviously you can tell it's very much independent. It's called Hanuman. It's like a superhero. I know that was wicked. The movie is cool, but it's still like independent film in Cambodia. So there's no action film over there. They don't do whatever.
Yeah.
So you go almost on a virgin, territory.
Right.
I arrived there and they said, okay.
So you took their virginity.
So
well done.
So I'm going there. I'm asking to have an assistant. They can't. I said, can I bring someone from Thailand? No, we cannot. I was like, okay.
Did you ask for some protection since you're gonna take their virginity?
I brought some pads. Does that work?
Hey, there you go.
So basically, you had to start from nothing. You find extras and you train them. Every weekend, people come in. It's like a Bruce Lee story. People come at the gym. They didn't pay for the gym. People come in. We're all sweaty. There's no AC or whatever.
In Cambodia, what city were you guys in?
Phnom Penh, the capital.
In the actual capital.
Yeah, and then people keep coming, and every weekend I'm like, we should not do the movie. We should stop. We should. And I raised my concern after week number 3, and I was like, I appreciate people coming and want to help, but they're not martial artists. The team of martial artists that we had was from the other lead actor, right?
Yeah.
And I talk about 7 good martial artists. I talk about Muay Thai kind of thing, right? The martial art of it is called Bukatao.
Yeah.
And these 7 people are the best. The rest, and you're trying to make a film in a fight in a prison involving a lot of people, and I'm like, after these 7 guys, we cannot recycle them as that. That at some point we're gonna run out of people. And the people that you bring to me, they don't do fitness. They punch like this.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and I trained them. And I tell the producer and director at some point, I said, I think we should not do it. I think we should just, we should stop. There's no point. I mean, and they were laughing. I said, no, carry on. And then I think at the end they were like 80 people. It's a lot, and I trained them like alone. You have no megaphone. I have to shout with my hands like this. Put them in line. And there's videos of us online, and you can find out like training, you know. But I was motivated, but at the same time I was depressed. I was really asking them, it's not gonna be out for Cambodia, right? It was that bad, you know. Like, don't get me wrong, I respect whatever happens, but as a filmmaker, as a martial artist, and doing fight stuff, I'm like, you're doing fight stuff. We're trying to create a new style with extras. That doesn't work like this in any countries.
It's insane, yeah.
Exactly, it doesn't work. So that's why I was like, you might as well don't do it and do something else. And then I was very much impressed by some of the people who came in. There was even girls. There's no girls in the film, but still come and train. I'm like, okay, we training for nothing, but okay. And then I asked them, why are you guys coming? And they were like, one of them said, oh, we're so proud. It's the first film like this for our country. And when he said that, I was like, oh, right. Maybe I should just, humble a little more and just see how it goes. But still.
Because the problem is, like, you comparing it, like, with all the other experiences when you had in UK and whatever, or even just watching the movies you liked and you liked the quality there, and all of a sudden you thought, oh, this is my opportunity to create something cool, but then it's like, what the hell I'm working here with?
Exactly. With all due respect to their skills, there was not skills enough to, as like as friendly or whatever way you can put it. This you can't just do it.
And still at that time, you still thought it's just for them, right? You still didn't think it's gonna go.
It's for Cambodia, and then our neighbors are Thai people. They have Ong Bak.
Yeah,
you're like you can't. That's what I meant by. You have the raid. Yeah. You cannot just make a film with these guys next to you and be like, yo, it's better if we stop because we cannot go even close to them. We don't have the money. The budget was terrible. Anyway, we train, whatever happens, we do the shoot. I bring my bag of pads, extra, like full of G-forms and stuff like this. So, to tell you how difficult it was to start the film, we changed the genre of the movie as we were shooting. We never do this in any film. It's like, I'm telling you, okay, we're going to make a movie very serious. And then 3 days later, they come and said, oh, by the way, it's going to be a comedy. Oh, and you're like, okay. And I had to stop the shoot. I remember the day I was not very happy because you're changing the reason why I came to that country to make that film, basically, right? They said, oh, we don't have a lot of fighters, and that would be for Cambodia. We need to make it fun. And the movie you're watching, it was not like this. Like it changed as we were like shooting. And to be honest, it was the best decision that they made, and I was wrong.
To create the comedy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that was the
change
best
the genre.
move. That was the best decision, and I'm learning too, right?
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, I'm going to do something like The Raid, like something extremely violent. And they were like, no, it's a comedy. You can't go too violent. And I was fighting for that move that you just saw. And I told Jimmy, the director, I was like, can you just give me one fight? Because I prepared all the choreography based on this. It means that everything I prepare is gone. So you see my frustration even more. I'm like, okay. And I said, can you keep this scene? It's going to be a crowd pleaser at festivals. Like if we go to festivals or whatever. But not for any crowd, right? But I was thinking it's for Cambodia, right? And then just fast forward. We went to Fantasia. The room was full of people. And then when that moment happened, the entire room like cheered. And I was like, like when the moment is good. So the only gory move in that film is in that fight scene. And the rest, he was like, no more.
And you're talking about the that slice, yeah?
Yeah, the slice.
Which I saw it. Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. Renar's Podcast.